We have to start with something different. From time to time, we've had a number of issues lately. First, it was this place hiring a gentleman we refer to as Faux Berto, because apparently they hired Roberto's direct twin, to where I have seen this other gentleman who works for the sales team walking the halls, and I'm on the precipice of saying, hey, what's up, Roberto?
And people actually do that in this office. They
Right.
say, hey, Roberto, what's up?
You're Roberto, and he's Faux Berto. But see, today something new was born. A new person was born. Corporate Roberto. Because people...
CorpBerto?
Yeah, Corp Berto.
Wow.
Corp Berto. Because people, if you work in an office setting, every office has got one. The brown noser, the kiss ass, the schmoozer, the conniver, the ladder climber. Well, Roberto today, by the way, Roberto is fully branded.
CorpBerto. You don't call him Roberto. It's CorpBerto.
Corp Berto. CorpBerto is fully branded in Odyssey gear. And from what sources, Evan, are telling us, he was in full brown-nosing mode, holding court with our market manager today in something that was only described to me as shameless. Now, Evan, how did this come about? Because people, I don't care what setting you work in. You work in an office setting, whether it's open, whether it's everyone has a door, whether it's serious, whether it's a goofball industry like this or anything in between. Every office has got that brown noser. CorpBerto was born today. Evan, take us through this.
Well, we finished cutting an episode of Cash the Ticket, which you can download on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm going to crowbar that in.
And
Corp Heaven.
you should know all about that, Roberto. But we'll get to that here in a moment.
How did this come about?
So Costa and myself, there was a little lunch for a retirement party here today. Break down the fourth wall so you can see in. So Jim and I go in there, go grab a little lunch, right, before we get to finishing up our day, starting the show. And I walk in, and CorpBerto's sitting there just cackling. I mean, cackling.
And everyone knows Roberto's
Yucking it up.
famous for that laugh.
Right. Oh, yeah. Like, super forced. And I'm like, what is so funny right now? And so on one side of the table is like... Rico will get this reference. It was like the Court of Owls. All the most important people sitting on one side of the table, right?
How's the Court of Owls?
It's in Batman. All the most important people. And Roberto's at the very head of the table with somebody from another radio station here, just laughing it up as if Joan Rivers and Don Rickles were doing One Night Only in the Motown room, right? And I'm just standing there, like there's no reason for me to be in there. Like I grabbed lettuce, like that's how long I had to be in there.
Looking for you to bail me out. Come help me out.
Yeah, shut up.
No chance.
Yeah, stop talking.
And this guy is just standing, holding court, telling a story that I have heard no less than 10 times. No less than 10 times. And he's just laughing it up. Laughing it up. You could have heard him in the podcast studio. That's roughly what?
All right, listen.
150 feet away?
This is why...
Keep talking, Evan. I turned him off.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, no.
And I came back, and I'm like, you guys would not believe what I just saw. CorpBerto's in here holding court, doesn't even have food on the plate. He's just in there talking.
Which is a miracle for
Right,
him.
because normally he would have a plate.
You put free food out, Roberto hits warp speed.
Yeah, stacked up. Like you'll
Like
never...
alcohol?
Well, no, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, we're
He'd
talking
knife
like...
a family member for a sip of Grandpa's medicine cabinet.
Yeah, that's Usain Bolt, Roberto. That wasn't this.
That's full plaid.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But, I mean, just standing in there, talking it up.
On a day where instead of wearing his son's clothing, he's fully branded in an Odyssey Al Michaels quarter zip.
Just loving
See,
it.
you're right. I didn't even notice that because you're right. Normally he wears his kids' clothes and comes in here and complains. And it's like, his kids' gym shorts and a wrinkled
He even
T-shirt.
had his hair brushed.
Oh, yeah. And you know that he was guilty of this because when we brought it up to him, what did he do? He walked away like he's Eeyore, right? Oh, that didn't happen. I'm the victim here. I'm the victim.
I am.
Roberto, so did, mover and shaker over here. I mean,
What'd you get? Did you get anything good out of the deal?
how true is this account of your shameless
Well, here's the thing: is
schmoozery?
that those lunches in there make me so nervous going in there. The only thing that forces me to go in there is complete hunger. I have no lunch, and
But
I
you didn't eat anything.
I have to suck it up and walk in that room. Now, what happens when you walk in the room is I'm so socially awkward that I feel like everyone's looking at everything I'm doing, everything I'm grabbing and putting on my plate. They're looking at it, judging it.
Wow.
And I even
Sociopath,
I
huh?
even made it a point. I was like, be nice as guys. I go in there. The woman that was retiring today. Make sure you talk to her. Make sure you say hi.
She
and-
doesn't even know
and
who
good
you
luck.
are.
Yes,
No-
she does.
no
We've worked together
clue.
for a long time. And I'm trying to do the right thing, and then like everything I'm just a victim of circumstance every
really?
time. And yes, I did have a full plate of food. I had meatballs and mac and cheese and pizza.
He didn't have any of that.
Nice light fare today.
Honestly, you went through all of that because I literally walked back there, said goodbye. I'm like, Debbie, give me the mic. I said what I had to say, and I literally dropped the mic and left, and that was it. I was back there for a total, didn't speak to anybody.
About 2 minutes.
Corberto.
I didn't even
Corberto,
know there
according
was
to Evan,
anything with
was holding court.
Oh, big
holding
time.
court
I was
with our market
I was
manager.
being held against my will.
Story ended at one point, and yeah. And then there was also that, like, he's continuing on with the story. He's bringing up things that don't even matter.
Did I look comfortable to you?
100% at one point.
Then I'm great, man.
This guy's sitting back, feet up on the table.
Did he start talking Gene Simmons?
Oh, had a
Because that's when you
toothpick.
know.
This guy.
I
is
was
unbelievable.
told you invited our market manager to a concert. That's what I was told.
One that I want to go to?
Yeah, I know a great Kiss cover band. You know, if you're ever
Oh, please. But I would do that, sure. Why not?
See? That's what I'm
You
saying.
would, yeah, man. Come on,
you got it,
Roberto.
David, he's guilty. The listeners, I wish they could have seen him today. He turned the corner in his little Odyssey zip up, and all I did is I went, "Hey, Roberto," I go, "Might want to wipe that off your nose."
Listen, I like to maintain good relationships and not burn bridges.
Oh, really?
That's
I got
what
your
like
wife
to
on
do.
line 3.
I mean business relationships. Business relationships. Threw you a softball, you SOB.
He totally did. Like anything Roberto says now, or
So
Corberto.
here's my question.
Don't say anything around him if you don't want it repeated, obviously.
The
Now.
table could have totally been turned, and you could have been that guy standing there having a
I
conversation.
walked in there like I was Casper the Ghost. Nobody saw me in
And
there.
that's how you should. Me and Kenny went in there together. Both of us did the same thing. We just went in there, grabbed our
No.
food,
Costa
walked
and
out.
Costa and Evan
David.
come in there yelling,
I
Roberto!
send-
Oh, if
I
we could
send
come
Mike
in here,
back
we
there.
could
I'm
come
like,
in
hey,
here.
Mike, they got some food back there. Mike comes back. Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
because he's smart.
Think about it for a second.
I'm stupid.
people?
He's smart.
Nope.
No, too many people.
Yes, he's right.
Think about this.
I
Roberto's,
want no part of it. I'll end up in the vortex, and
He is-
then I'm perceived as rude because I don't do what
Right.
Roberto does. Yeah. No,
he did open up the segment by saying, "Why didn't you save me?" He did bring up a good point. I tried. I was like, "Oh, if Roberto's in here eating, I guess we all can." You know what he chose to do? This story. Oh. Tell it again. Come on. Oh my God. That's the coolest story I've ever heard in my life. Can you tell again, please? Do you got
Let
time?
me tell you. One time I was in Seeger's basement. Let me tell you this story. So here's my question, David, who's like the kiss ass at the church? Who's the Corberto down at Greater Life?
It would be the pastor, wouldn't it?
Or are you not allowed to do that because that would make it uncomfortable?
No answer. No comment.
Do you have one?
Sister
Oh,
Odell.
there's always someone
That's
somewhere.
my
yeah.
point. That's why the listeners can identify with this.
Who's
Why
the
do people gotta
Corberto
do
at
that?
the bar? There's got to be one at the bar you go to all the time.
Absolutely.
Who's the Corberto over at Tipsy's?
There's a couple of people that get the free drinks because they're the teacher's pet over there, so to speak. That's absolutely true.
Being that you're shacked up with management, it might be you.
This one's on the house.
Don't need to.
On the house.
Oh, but I'm just saying, be careful.
What?
I will
Y'all hitting
never.
people with
I will
garbage
never
cans
step.
today.
I will never step in one of those lunches ever again.
Y'all
I will
hitting
never
people with
step in there.
garbage cans.
I
This
did
guy
it
on
one
delay or something?
damn time.
Listen.
It is
Do this
funny though.
every time.
He's wearing his Odyssey
That's what I
zip
mean.
up.
Every day he walks in, he's wearing ill-fitting T-shirts. It was on the clothesline. Today, though, he had that Odyssey swag pressed and starched. He rolls in, and I'm
Not
like,
a wrinkle in there.
what the hell is he doing? He's got on actual jeans instead of the athleisure wear he would normally.
Yeah, he's like Leisure Suit Larry all of a sudden walking
See,
in
because
here.
here's the thing. Roberto knew what was going on today. The first thing he did when he walked into the building, he goes over to Kenny and says, so where's the food? So he doesn't randomly put the Odyssey zip-up on. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, I
This
didn't have the
was a
zip-up on
plan.
at the time.
You can tell in his drunken haze, he thought he was making a power move. I'm gonna get an audience with Debbie. Okay. How'd that go for you?
This face is fantastic.
When's the Roberto show debut?
I did get a press release about something next Thursday at like
Yeah.
6:15.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be the lead-in for Chapman. All right.
No, we're gonna work together. Too far. You're done.